Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, students. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? I'm fine too, thank you. Today, with me, Mr. Bayu, your English teacher, I would like to explain about one of important English material that is formal invitation. And the objective of our learning today is identifying the formal invitation. And then the second, differentiating the types of formal invitation. And the third, identifying the parts of formal invitation. And the last is completing the formal invitation. And now let's talk about invitation. What is invitation? An invitation is a document written or printed or spoken words conveying the message by which one is invited. Invitation is used to invite someone to come or join, to ask someone to attend, and to ask people to take part in something. Actually, invitation can be divided into two types. The first is formal invitation, and then the second is informal invitation. Formal invitation is a letter written in formal language in the stipulated format for official purpose. Informal invitation is a letter written in a friendly manner to someone you are familiar with. Because our focus is about formal invitation, now I want to discuss and explain you more about formal invitation. And then this is the example of invitation. The first, an invitation to the opening of school. And then second, an invitation to graduation ceremony. And then the third, an invitation to a wedding, etc. And the social function of invitation is to invite people to formal and social events. Now, I would like to show you, students, about the format of a formal invitation, or it is also called the structure of a formal invitation. Actually, the structure or the format of a formal invitation can be divided into 8 lines. The first line is about the names of the persons who invites. And then the second line, the request for participant. The third line is the names of persons invited. The fourth line is the occasion for invitation. The fifth line is the time and date of the occasion. And then the sixth line is about the place of the occasion, or the common term of this is venue. And then the second line is the request for reply, or RSVP. And then the eighth line is the optional. It can be stated or not. It is about the special instruction. And this is the example of formal invitation 1, student. Please take a look the content of this first formal invitation. Okay, you see? Yeah. Okay, student? Do you understand? Yeah. This is the first formal invitation 1. Next, that we will discuss it more. This is the example of formal invitation 2. Do you know? What is it, students? Yeah, I think you are familiar with this formal invitation 2. Yeah, good. This is the wedding invitation, and it is usually written on the special card. Yeah, okay, see? Yeah, in this wedding invitation, student, I think it can be divided into some parts, like what you have seen from the previous slide, yeah, about the format of formal invitation. The first, that is Mr. and Mrs. Pujianto, is the name of the host, and then cordially request the pleasure of your company here is phrasing the invitation. And then on the wedding ceremony of their daughter, it is the kinds of events. And Siti with Devi here are the person who get married. And then on Friday, the 12th of December here is a date. And then at 7 o'clock in is time. And Gedung Kartini here is venue at Jalan Gatot Subroto, Jakarta. And look at this. There is the words or the abbreviation RSVP. Do you know this, students? Yeah. RSVP, yeah, is the word that has the function, yeah, it must be answered, it must be replied. So this wedding invitation, when it is sent to someone, and that person or someone here must give the reply. Yeah, that is very common for wedding party card written in English. And then dinner will be served at 8 p.m. sharp. It is the special instruction. So it means that dinner or the guests will enjoy the food, yeah, at 8 p.m. sharp. And now this slide is about responding to formal invitation, yeah, like the RSVP. Actually, RSVP should be responded to within 3 days. And replies are written in third person and have to be handwritten. The third person here means the names of persons, yeah, or a couple that are invited, and also can be she or he or they. That's what we call the third person. And this is the example when as RSVP, yeah, is accepted, or the invitation is accepted. Mr. and Mrs. Eri Utomo accept the invitation with pleasure. And then if RSVP here is declined, Mr. and Mrs. Situmorang regret to decline the invitation due to health reasons. And this is the form or the shape of responding card. So when you make invitation card, you also make the responding card that you put inside the wedding card. Here you can see the reply is requested by 1st of December. Mr. and Mrs. Eri Utomo, blah blah blah, attend. It means that Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Eri Utomo agree to come. And then the next line, Mr. and Mrs. Eri Utomo, blah blah blah, and unable to attend. It means that Mr. and Mrs. Eri Utomo cannot come to wedding party. Okay, student, I think that's all my presentation today about the formal invitation. I hope you really understand about it. If you have a question, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Okay, student, thank you for attention and see you in the next meeting with the next material. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.